Welcome to the 11th Devlog. My name is Ryan. I'm not going to say I was the most productive this week, but I am proud of what I came up with. So this might be a short one, but here we go. So last week I had started working on the Siren, and I had added the geyser. There were a couple issues with the geyser, so I had fixed those bugs up. It works properly now, which I'll be showing some fighting footage of it right now. In there's also a new attack that I added for the Siren, which is the Thundercloud, which I think I mentioned in the last week episode. So some cloud forms above you and then it strikes lightning downwards, and all the water turns yellowish, but if you're anywhere in the water when it strikes, then you take damage. The attack is formed by the Siren's heavy attack, and it's also paired up with 3 geysers at the same time. So I'm pretty happy with this Thundercloud. And I had also started work on the functionality behind the wave attack, like the one where she takes her tail and just kind of swings it up in the air and then slams it downwards. And that's really the last thing I added to the Siren this week. Now, on Monday, I had actually watched about a 3.5-hour stream of Cloaked Games playing a bunch of Oneiro, and I learned a lot out of it. There were a whole bunch of different bugs I found throughout them all, and I fixed a good portion of them, and I'm still trying to add in the suggestions that came from both him and the audience that was watching. But that was just a very cool thing that happened over the week, so I had to throw it into this devlog. So if you're watching this, Cloaked, thank you again. He found a lot of issues, and it really helped me understand how new players would play the game, and I've kind of manipulated certain hitboxes, tried to make it more forgiving on the player. And I've also fixed how the hit detection works for weapons. There's a slight difference that I changed, and it really makes a big difference, I think. Now the weapons always hit where the cursor is within the center of the screen. They don't really change that position too terribly much. And it should be a lot more forgiving to new players, new people who find the game and just get into it. Now, I've edited this entire portion into the whole week, claiming it was Monday through Thursday, and that's because a lot of it was just a bunch of bug fixing, a bunch of tweaking. And I also didn't really do enough on each day to vouch for each of them being separate, in complete honesty, but that's kind of because 2 of my favorite games got an update this week, and I think I was just kind of meant to not be productive this week, so whoops. So today is Friday as of the time I'm recording this audio, and I've added something kind of cool, very mediocre, or, well, I'm not really sure how to explain it. Here though, take a look. Alright, here we go. Whee! Right, so I've decided to go ahead and focus like the entire day trying to get this to work sort of properly, and it doesn't really have that much of a use. Alright, if I just put it on here. Whee! But, I mean, it could be used creatively. I mean, it's a really small addition, you know? Whee! Like some small addition that really doesn't mean that much on its own. Whee! But it's there, you know? So it's just nice to just kind of discover that. Whee! Oh, this is so stupid. Alright, fine, I'll stop now. Okay, so... Now, I think the next thing I want to work on is actually having some sort of a hook shot, since that has been on my mind ever since the Generation rework version, and that's been several months, and I haven't actually gotten around to it, so I would like to focus some of the time this week, or this oncoming week, on a hook shot. And that hook shot will let you just kind of move around the labyrinth, move across those long gaps, or try to get up on like those, like the detached pieces of the labyrinth. And hopefully they will add a good bit, but I'll also try to not make it so that the entire week is dedicated to the hook shot. But yeah, so with all that said, I have one more segment at the end of this video to show, and here it is. Alright, so I'm kind of obligated to mention this. I'm gonna have a small section on this about the Kickstarter. So the Kickstarter, as I'm recording this, it's like a day, is left in the campaign, and there's a grand total of like 60, if that, put into it. Now, I am well aware that I've made several mistakes throughout all of this, and I'm not gonna go deep into each of those mistakes right now, but I will claim that I was kind of anxious to get it out there by a set date, and Uh, I didn't really have enough of a following or anything like that. I didn't really spread that much word about it. I didn't reach out to Kickstarter. I didn't ask for them to get the project we love or ask them for any other information about all that. So I could have done a lot more on my own side of things. I'm definitely not calling this a fluke. I'm definitely realizing that I had a few issues during all of this, or rather, I didn't address all the issues that were at hand. And the Kickstarter was kind of just doomed from the very start. And I just left the campaign up and running just because it didn't really hurt me. But I might clear some of this up more outside of this video. Maybe I'll make another video all about it. But I just had to throw this out there. Uh, Thank you to everyone who believed in it, and thank you to everyone who still believes in it. Project's still gonna go on and everything like that, but I just felt obligated to make this. And hopefully this recording sounds good, because I'm trying this out in a new room, so I hope you all have a great day. Thanks.